What's going on, guys? It is your boy Joel TFD here. Welcome back at again with a brand new review for you guys. Today we're doing a review of Bakugan Gen 3. I'm gonna say it's still season 1, but season 2-ish, kinda. I don't know, honestly. It's like a continuation off of the first 13 episodes, so I think I might call this like episode 14 to 26. But I'm actually generally excited to talk about this, honestly, because I really like this part of the season of Bakugan Gen 3. Before we head straight into it though, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to get to 750 subscribers before the end of the year, and it will really mean a lot if you guys can help me reach that goal. Anywho, let's head straight into this Bakugan Gen 3 review. Honestly, I really liked it. I really did, honestly. I feel like this whole like part of the season, you know, it didn't feel as filler, honestly. I think there's like at least 1 or 2 episode fillers in the first part of the season, if I'm gonna be honest, like Drago having a job, you know. There's like another thing too, I just can't remember at the top of my head, but I generally like these episodes because they didn't feel as filler. I mean, you could tell that some of them were, but it wasn't necessarily like a whole filler thing that they don't really talk about at the end of the show, if that makes sense. They really tried their best to give it continuity. I can't even pronounce that word right, but it generally felt good. It generally felt good catching up with every single episode and being like, wow, they really did their things, you know. And like every single battle generally felt like it had to be necessary, like it wasn't generally forced. I really liked it like that, you know. I feel like with Gen 2 they kind of missed some of that, you know, like some of the battles in Gen 2 were felt genuinely forced, you know, like they didn't really have to battle it out, you know. They could have just talked it out, you know. I mean, I get it, it's a kid's show, like, oh, you know what, I'm gonna Bakugan brawl you because this da da da. If I win, da da da, you like they have development after that, you know. But I felt like these battles genuinely like felt good. It felt like a battle. That's what I'm trying to say. And I really like the continuity that they had in these episodes. Like none of them felt like filler, even though some of them were, but it was just more like they still like took a piece of that episode, you know, and like put it there, if that makes sense. And like another thing too, the final battle, honestly, I really like, okay, this might be a little bit of a hot take, but it gave me Gen 1 vibes. It really did, honestly. And what I mean by that is like, I'm gonna say like it kind of gave me a combination of like I forgot what they're called, but from Titanium Surge, where Magmel brought like those dark Bakugan, you know. I think they were called that group, I'm not sure, but like they brought it into the earth, you know, and then they were like destroying the planet with the Mectagons, you know, and everything. A combination of that with Naga, you know, because like with Naga it was him, the Bakugan, you know, so instead it was like Nilius as the Bakugan as Naga, if that makes sense, being a Magmel to them, if that makes sense. So it kind of like gave it a little bit like that, you know, because with Naga there was like the dark Bakugan, of course, but it was just like the 2 attributed like villains, you know, in one. But this final battle really did give me Gen 1 vibes, and like I kind of liked it, you know. It does feel weird admitting it, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, but it really did give me that type of vibe, honestly. And like I'm actually generally excited for what's to come for the show, because like I really like the idea that like anyone can pick up that V's mask, honestly, because like with I think his name is Vakar, if I'm not mistaken, which another thing too, I really loved TC's character development in this part of the show. And like I really, not only that, but I just liked his story a lot. I found his story a lot more interesting than anything else, honestly. Don't get me wrong, the other stories were pretty interesting also, but I felt like with TC's character it was so like interesting, you know. It was like, damn, you know. And like of course I kind of knew like off the bat as an adult, you would know like these plot twists and everything. It wasn't as big of a plot twist, you know, but like of course you're gonna assume that it's his brother, you know, that was behind that mask, you know. And like now we gotta figure out who's the person underneath the mask again, you know. So it's like I really like how it's more like anyone can pick up the mask, you know. And I liked how like the news was saying there was no trace of the mask, so it probably got destroyed by the battle, you know, but it ended up still surviving and someone picked it up. My theory, it has to be maybe Cage, but I don't think it's Cage. It could be some different character they're gonna probably build up in the future, honestly. Like maybe it's TC's father. Who knows, honestly. It's really cool. I'm really excited to see what they come up with in the future, honestly. I just found this part of the season, I would say, a lot better than the first half, honestly. I feel like with the first half, you know, it was interesting. It was like getting to know what these characters are, what this whole thing is about in general, you know. So it's definitely something that they kind of build off of and try to give it like a better story in these couple of next episodes, you know. So again, I'm generally curious of what they're gonna do in the future, and I'm all for it. But anywho, that is going to be my review of the Bakugan Gen 3, this part of the season review. If you guys did enjoy the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Peace out, guys. For you guys to enjoy your game day, make every day an awesome day. Everyone stay positive, be positive. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get to 750 before the end of the year. Peace out, for you guys to enjoy your game day, make every day an awesome day. Everyone stay positive, be positive. You guys already know to have a positive mindset. Peace.